And now, yes, what is it that the nation today wants to know? The nation today wants to know, is Rahul Gandhi working to decimate whatever is left of the Congress party? Does he even realize the import of what he says? Now, Rahul Gandhi, many would say, really does not even know where to stop. It's happening on a day that the Congress suffered a big seat-sharing setback from the SP. On a day the Samajwadi Party has named its candidate, Surendra Singh Patel, for Varanasi for the upcoming Lok Sabha elections. So what does Rahul Gandhi do? Rahul Gandhi has made a highly controversial remark. He's actually just trying to recount what he saw in Varanasi. In fact, these are images of their entire yatra that was in Amethi yesterday. It's moved to Raebareli and then it's moving towards Lucknow. He said that the future of Uttar Pradesh is to be drunk, quote unquote. Not sure if you believe us or not, but what we'll do is, before wasting any time and getting into the semantics here, listen in to what Rahul Gandhi actually has said today about the people of Uttar Pradesh.
वाराणसी में देखा मैंने, रात को बाजा बज रहा है, ठहर जा, बाजा बज रहा है, वहां पे शराब पिए, यूपी का भविष्य रात को शराब पिए नाच रहा है, डांस कर रहा है.
So that is, ladies and gentlemen, Rahul Gandhi for you. As expected, Union Minister and Amethi MP Smriti Irani has launched this full frontal attack for Rahul Gandhi for his nachte hai, daru peete hai baat. She's accusing him of having just plain simple hatred for the people of Uttar Pradesh. She also says that she has an advice for Sonia Gandhi.
राहुल गांधी के मन में उत्तर प्रदेश के लिए कितना विष भरा है वो उनकी इस अभद्र टिप्पणी से व्यतीत होता है. और आज काशी की पुण्य भूमि के बारे में और उत्तर प्रदेश की युवा पीढ़ी के बारे में जो अपशब्द राहुल गांधी ने कहे हैं, तो मैं तो कहूँगी कि कांग्रेस पार्टी का भविष्य अंधकारमय है, लेकिन उत्तर प्रदेश का भविष्य बढ़ रहा है प्रगति की ओर. मेरी ये हिदायत है सोनिया गांधी को कि अपने बेटे को अगर आप अच्छे संस्कार ना दे सके तो उनसे कहें कि इस प्रकार के हमारे जो पुण्य स्थल हैं उनके बारे में आपत्तिजनक टिप्पणियां करना बंद करें, वरना मुंह तोड़ जवाब प्रभु तो देंगे ही, जनता भी देगी.
Now see, there is a reason why we say that there is a particular pattern to the kind of remarks that Rahul Gandhi has been making. And this is exactly what Smriti Irani had also earlier alluded to. Now, is this going to be the last time? Your guess is as good as mine. Now, in 2021, Rahul Gandhi, he was addressing a public gathering. This in Thiruvananthapuram in Kerala. So what did he say then? He insinuated that unlike the people of Kerala, people of North India, he said, are superficial.
For the first 15 years, I was a member of parliament in the north. So I had got used to a different type of politics. And for me, coming to Kerala was very refreshing, because suddenly I found that people are interested in issues, and not just superficially, but going into detail in issues.
So Rahul Gandhi has sparked a controversy today, and he's done that earlier also. But then let's also understand the larger political import or what that particular comment could mean as we are so close to the big battle of the Lok Sabha elections. Let's introduce a panel of guests. It's good to have Anila Singh back. She's representing the BJP. Karan Verma is an author who's also joining us on the panel. Sanjay Jha is also an author. Good to also have him on the show, along with Akhilesh Katyaji, the national spokesperson of the SP, who's completing our panel. And before I come to you, Sanjay, Akhilesh ji, आपने क्या सुना कि राहुल गांधी ने क्या कहा है उत्तर प्रदेश के लोगों को लेकर? आपको लगता है कि ये कमेंट्स बढ़िया थे या आपको लगता है कि इस तरह के कमेंट्स नहीं देने चाहिए?
जी, दीप्ति जी, जो कमेंट्स राहुल गांधी जी का है, कई बार ठीक है, वाराणसी हमारी पवित्र भूमि है, हम हिंदू जो धर्म को मानने वाले लोग हैं उनकी आस्था जुड़ी हुई है और हम उस चीज को स्वीकार भी करते हैं. लेकिन राहुल गांधी जी ने जो कहने की कोशिश की है, शायद मैं अगर सही समझ पा रहा हूं, कि उत्तर प्रदेश में जो शराब का जो बिक्री जो लगभग इन बीते 5-7 सालों में जो बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ी है, गांव-गांव में हमने शराब के ठेके खोल दिए, स्कूल में अध्यापक नहीं है, गांव-गांव में शिक्षा पहुंचानी थी, वो इस सरकार से नहीं पहुंची, लेकिन गांव-गांव, गली-गली, मोहल्ले-मोहल्ले शराब की बिक्री इस सरकार ने जरूर सुनिश्चित की है। अगर उसी तरफ इशारा है तो जरूर ठीक है, लेकिन हमारा किसी की आस्था को चोट पहुंचाना नहीं है। हम सब उसी धर्म को मानने वाले लोग हैं।
जी अखिलेश जी, आपने एक शब्द का इस्तेमाल किया, अगर। अब देखिए, अगर में तो बहुत कुछ हो सकता है ना। अब आप, मुश्किल स्थिति है आपकी, मैं समझती हूँ, आप नेशनल टेलीविजन पे आए हैं एंड यू हैव टू सिट एंड डिफेंड व्हाट राहुल गांधी इज सेइंग, बट ऑल दिस इज हैपनिंग ऑन द सेम डे, Akhilesh ji, that we must not forget that SP has released another set of list and they've also announced a candidate from Varanasi. Now Karan, before you and Anila respond to this, let me get in Sanjay also. Let me get in Sanjay into this conversation. Sanjay, I mean, what is the need for Rahul Gandhi to say what he has said? Do you see any kind of advantage by making a comment like this, Sanjay?
I do believe that, whenever we are talking about a leader's comment, you have to contextualize it. One of the elements on Rahul Gandhi's speech, and I'm telling you because I do know exactly what the political language is really the point of contest, is the way today in Uttar Pradesh, there is rampant unemployment, and we all know that creates a social evil. A perfect example for you in Varanasi is the example of a young girl, a student of the IIT BHU, who was gang raped. And I can tell you that was a day of monumental shame. And we know that that issue that, in my opinion, should have caught the national imagination was somehow smothered by the BJP's propaganda machinery. That's another story. I want to tell you right now with full responsibility that the battle for 2024 is not going to be fought on these rhetoric here and there. There are fundamental problems. You rightly mentioned that Rahul Gandhi in Wayanad talked about the difference between what he felt in the north and what he felt in the south. What did he say? He said that, there are issues here because we cannot deny that in the northern part of India, I belong there, by the way. I come from Bihar. I'm pretty much engaged with politics. And we all know that in the Hindi heartland, caste and religion is more pronounced than other parts of India. It is prevalent everywhere. I'm not saying it's not prevalent everywhere. But the scale, the dimension, the magnitude of issues that are not really fundamental to growth.
Sanjay, apologies, I'm just interrupting you here. But the same Rahul Gandhi has been speaking about jiski jitni abadi utna hak. So clearly, there is a lot of confusion when it comes to the Congress's own stable and Rahul Gandhi leading that charge. Sanjay, let me get in both Anila and Karan, then I'm going to come back to you. Let's take opening comments from both of them also. Now, Anila, to say that being drunk is Uttar Pradesh's future, both Sanjay and Akhilesh here are trying to, indicate that possibly you're... But do you believe, really, Anila, that Rahul Gandhi is still relevant when it comes to the politics of Uttar Pradesh?
My Ram to all. And Rahul Gandhi ji is not relevant to any of his allied partners as well. We are watching that how Akhilesh Yadav ji is behaving with him. So Bharatiya Janata Party is definitely observing the behavior of Rahul Gandhi and Akhilesh Yadav both. So his relevance might be in Congress party, but not for other political parties. I'm pretty sure about it. And secondly, I was listening to Mr. Sanjay Jha, and he said, he just quoted an example of Kashi, of BHU. And he said a girl was gang raped there. So it was sexual molestation, sexual assault. It was not gang rape. So do not try to portray wrong picture of Uttar Pradesh by quoting wrong example. And secondly, about Rahul Gandhi, he said, मैं काशी में गया, रात में गाना बज रहा था, गाना बज रहा था, और वहां पर जो देश का भविष्य है, उत्तर प्रदेश का भविष्य है, नाच रहा था. What does he mean by saying that? Can he say that in all those states where Congress is in power, alcohol is banned there? No liquor policy is there? What type of image he wants to quote of Uttar Pradesh and the youth of Uttar Pradesh? कल को ये कहने लग जाएंगे, अरे हिंदू धर्म का भविष्य अंधेरे में है, यहाँ पर देवों के देव महादेव पे तो धतूरा और भांग चढ़ता है. I will not be surprised.
Okay, but you
Because
know,
he is totally a lost
I'll also
case.
do a little fact check. I'll also
Like
do a little
today
fact
he's
check.
saying,
What Sanjay was referring to is the IIT BHU gang rape. It's allegedly a gang rape. The matter is still under investigation. And you know, what one must be very clear about facts, Karan. The point is that there is so much else that Rahul Gandhi can speak of. He can speak of the law and order situation if he thinks that that is bad. He can speak about the Bharti Ghotala that he's been speaking about, Shikshako ki Niyukti, that's the kind of poster behind him. Now, why did he venture into this territory, or does Rahul Gandhi really not understand the import, Karan, of what he says?
I think I'm not surprised, Deepti. If you ask me, Rahul Gandhi has this foot in the mouth syndrome. I mean, let's not forget, barely a year back, he was convicted by the Surat court, which later on the conviction was stayed by the Supreme Court, for landing into trouble for abusing Modis, the surname Modis. He has already issued unconditional apologies in the Supreme Court for saying Chaukidar Chor hai when he quoted the Supreme Court verdict wrongly. So here is a guy who time and again comes up with these gaffes, lands into trouble, and then his spokespersons or other people have to defend him when they know it's indefensible. And secondly, just to paintbrush and say this is the UP's future, he should know UP in the last 5 years has jumped from the 7th largest economy to the 3rd largest economy. He stands in Kashi and is factually also incorrect. UP is not even in the top 5 alcohol consumers of the country, not even in the top 7 or 8 to be honest. So he's factually also incorrect there. And thirdly, he is standing in Kashi, where there has been a record jump in revenue, 34.2 increase in employment only in the tourism sector after the Kashi corridor. So there are so many positives out there, and he chooses to say UP ka bhavishya aise hai. I think that's a statement in very bad taste.
He's an opposition neta, and he clearly will not speak anything that doesn't suit a narrative. But that's fine. That's exactly what the opposition should be doing. I saw both Sanjay and Akhilesh want to intervene, but gentlemen, what we'll do, Anila, is also head into a quick break. But on the other side, we'll also figure out whether Rahul Gandhi right now is the biggest advantage for BJP. Don't go anywhere. We're asking that question and also telling you back what happened when Rahul Gandhi also went to Wayanad. What did he say about the people of Amethi on the other side of this quick break? So welcome back. The nation wants to know whether Rahul Gandhi is a serious neta or not. And our panel of guests continue to stay with us. Sanjay, to you first, and then I'll get Akhilesh into this conversation. Should Rahul Gandhi not now start to come of age, Sanjay? Do you believe that there is still a lot of yawning gap between what the people want and what Rahul Gandhi is delivering?
See, there's one thing that we need to accept, that I think politicians have, in a country which is so complex with multiple challenges, while they will be critical because we all love personalities, it's the issues of the day that will finally be the determinants of who's going to win 2024. And I want to just give you 2 recent examples of that. The entire electoral bonds verdict by the Supreme Court, which basically said that the entire funding of politics has been corrupted since the BJP launched the Dupe scheme, tells you as where India is headed. I mean, today, as you rightly showed in the introduction to your program about the Chandigarh mayor verdict, that tells you how in a blatant, brazen daylight, the BJP was trying to hijack an election. I mean, these are manifestations of a democracy, not just in decay, but in dilapidation.
Sanjay, though we are digressing, see, but does that justify what Rahul Gandhi has said? I've completely run out of time, but I want to give the last 10 seconds to Akhilesh ji, because Akhilesh ji, you have to now finally decide whether the SP will want to do business with Rahul Gandhi or not, because he is saying this all about Uttar Pradesh, कि Uttar Pradesh का भविष्य ही अंधकार में है. They are all intoxicated, he says. 30 seconds.
दीप्ति जी, बिल्कुल 30 सेकेंड. हमारे ये बड़े नेताओं का अधिकार है, वो फैसला करेंगे, लेकिन इस पे भी बात होनी चाहिए कि राज्य सरकार ने शराब बिक्री से डबल रेवेन्यू कलेक्ट करने का टारगेट रखा है. एक डिबेट इस पे भी हो जाए
ठीक है, वो डिबेट भी करेंगे अखिलेश जी, लेकिन देखिए आज की डिबेट में आप इस बात का जवाब नहीं दे पा रहे हैं कि क्या राहुल गांधी ने जो बोला वो और कांग्रेस की स्थिति और अगर एसपी उनके साथ रहती है तो आपकी स्थिति को भी बद से बदतर करेगा. वी लीव इट देयर. अपॉलॉजीज Anila and Karan. I could not come back to you for a second comment, but we will keep our eyes focused on a lot of interesting election stories that are breaking. The nation will always want to know what's going on. Thank you to Anila and all gentlemen for joining us. Heading into a quick break.